What's up, guys? Paramoto here. How are you guys doing today? Today I'm doing just fantastic. I want to head over to the gun store real quick because I haven't been to the gun store in forever. It looks like we're gonna be braving a little bit of rain today, but that's all right. Bike hasn't gotten dirty in a minute, so it's about time. Welcome to Topic Tuesday, guys. I'm happy to have you back on the channel as always. So guys, what I want to talk about today is electric vehicles are going to replace your motorcycle and why you have no choice in the matter. I know the title sounds dark, guys, but I want you guys to hear me out, okay? I love internal combustion engines. I love the way that a V2 Panigale sounds. I love the way a V4 Panigale sounds. I love the way a Lamborghini Aventador V12 just fucking screams. I'm a big fan of internal combustion. Internal combustion engines are going to go by way of the dodo sooner rather than later, guys. The way that everything goes in this world, if things become cheap and easy, that's what becomes the new thing, guys. And that's the way that things are going to be when it comes down to vehicles, motorcycles, cars, everything. I mean, look how many people have an electric lawnmower now. Like back in the 90s, people would have laughed at you. Like, look at this asshole over here with this electric fucking lawnmower. But there are reasons why electric vehicles are becoming a thing, and that's what I want to talk about. Ooh, man, it's amazing how good this bike feels when you give it some gas and you get it leaning over in a corner. So the number one reason why I think electric vehicles are going to become a thing is that the battery technology with lithium ion has grown so much in the last 10 years. It used to be like these batteries were super heavy and they were super expensive and they were hard to charge and they had no range, and that's just not the case anymore. With Tesla, their Model S long range has a range of 310 miles. How many times in a day are you going to drive 310 miles? It's probably not that often that you go that far. And to be honest with you, it meets the needs of about 99% of people. Most of the time when you're driving your car, you're going to work, you're running errands like I do on my motorcycle, 310 miles is enough for damn near a week sometimes, you know, depending on my off status and stuff. And you can put charging stations easily and cheaply in places like parking garages and your home. There's people with Tesla now that literally they have a charging station running off solar panels at their house. So it's becoming extraordinarily cheap, extraordinarily convenient to charge. You know, it really is becoming very cheap and very easy, and that's really the dictator of what technology gets adopted, is the ones that are cheap and easy. Another thing that's making electric vehicles become more and more predominant lately is the fact that they are becoming more reliable. Batteries aren't failing nearly as often. They're actually reliable vehicles now. There's less moving parts. They're becoming cheaper to get. Like, basically all of us now can afford a Tesla Model 3. You know, and more companies going forward are dedicating more and more of their production lines to electric vehicles, such as like BMW. I think they have like 20 plus slots available. I think 2022 product line for literally fucking only electric vehicles, becoming so much more prominent than they have been in the last few years. And that's just because the technology is becoming viable, it's being proven, it's being tested, things are being deemed more reliable and safer, and it's becoming easier to have an electric car. It's becoming easier to literally be an electric car owner now, and that's what's really going to start replacing your internal combustion engines. Another reason why you will be driving an electric car sooner rather than later is the fact that your car is basically becoming a computer. You know, the more and more stuff that we do, the more and more technology that we get, the more that we integrate, you know, computer technology into our lives, the more your car becomes a computer. Cars have big, massive CPUs now. Bikes have CPUs. You know, it used to not be that way. It used to be a fucking carburetor, an engine, and four wheels and a suspension. It's not the case anymore. You know, if your computer breaks in your car nowadays, you know, it doesn't really matter that the engine is fine and the transmission is fine and you have a brand new set of fucking Pirelli Diablos on it. It don't matter. Your car's not going to run without that computer. The more advanced we get, the further along we get, the more your car becomes a computer. And really what it comes down to is that there's really no more room to go with internal combustion engines. There really isn't. Basically, that technology has already been fucking maxed out. Like, there's nowhere else to go. If you look at, you know, all the new super and hypercars, the vast majority of the most top-end ones are hybrids. And that's crazy to think about now. Like, you have hybrids that are making, you know, literally like upwards 700-800 horsepower now, and half of which is all electric. I think it's really cool because the exotics and the supercars have always been the ones that proved out technology. Like, that's the reason why most companies have a racing arm, is to prove out technology and find out what's going to be the future. And really, electric is going to be the future. There's electric race leagues now for cars and motorcycles. You have E-League in both cars and motorcycles now. You can go and you can race an electric motorcycle in a championship now. The same thing with cars. That's already been established, and they're proving out technology for the consumer market. You know, I believe it's BMW that has a race car that can run an entire race on a single fucking battery. You know, that's fucking insane. So the technology is becoming cheaper, it's becoming more reliable, it's becoming better. Honestly, it's becoming better and more efficient than internal combustion, and that's gonna be the main causative factor in everything going electric eventually, is that it's becoming just better. And as much as I love this sound, you know, it's not going to be a thing forever. I know I'm probably going to keep this bike for as long as I possibly can, but honestly, like, your future Ducati is going to have more of a whir than it's going to have a fucking growl. Another thing that's going to make electric vehicles an inevitable part of our future is the fact that they handle very well. Go on YouTube, which if you're watching this video, you should be on YouTube unless some just amazing subscriber shared this on Facebook or something. Another reason why it's going to be replaced is that the cars are just really good. They're really fast. You get instant torque and instant power. You don't get that with these. You have torque curves and power curves on, you know, internal combustion, and, you know, sometimes they make a lot of power, sometimes they make a little, sometimes they're in their power band, sometimes they're not. It's not the case for electric. The torque is instant with an electric vehicle. You can go on YouTube and you can search Tesla versus Lamborghini, and the Teslas, the Model S fucking grocery getter models, are fucking giving Lamborghinis a run for their money. So you have companies like Tesla, who are relative newcomers in the automotive industry, and they're basically already giving Lamborghinis a run for their money. And it's just insane. It's insane how powerful electric motors are. Like, it's just, you have all the power immediately. Beating Lamborghinis, who have this just amazing race pedigree and everything, and these 12-cylinder engines based on just technology and lineage and heritage and stuff. It's just amazing what Tesla's been able to do. You know, so honestly, when it comes down to it, guys, we're not going to have any choice in the electric revolution. We're not, because it's becoming cheaper, becoming convenient, it's becoming reliable. And honestly, besides for that, there's been a history of electric cars all the way back to 1899, so it's not that crazy. It's not that crazy to go electric. And this is very debatable as well. There might not be oil forever. A lot of people don't realize that. Depending on your thoughts and your opinions, there's this thing called peak oil, right? And peak oil just basically means that all the easily obtainable oil has already been gotten out of the ground. And that most likely has already occurred. Back in the 70s, the gas crisis and stuff like that, peak oil probably happened then. And we just kept on trucking along, you know, when we should have been looking at electric way back in the day. That's more because of big money politics than it is anything else. But this is probably my second or third video that has been based on electric vehicles and the future of electric vehicles. Honestly, I think it's going to happen. And you know what? I'm not that against it. I like my internal combustion more. But at the same point, I'm not going to fight it. I might go get a zero bike at some point. Costs no money to maintain and run and stuff. I think there's positives and negatives to everything, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure I passed the gun store. I haven't been here forever. I just got back into the guns again. And it's starting to rain. But like I was saying, guys, I'm not going to fight electronic vehicles. I'm just going to, you know, I'm going to let it happen, but I'm going to keep this bike. You know, when electric vehicles get, you know, very predominant and stuff, I really wouldn't be surprised if gas just spikes $5, $7 a gallon like it is in a lot of other countries and stuff. But I mean, it's just something you just got to roll with the punches. It's either, you know, it's almost like basically like life, you know, adapt or die, you know. But electronic vehicles are the future, and we don't have any choice in it, guys. Oh, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that it is what it is. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Throw me a comment down below. I respond to every comment. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.